What's going on, everybody? Let me get a 5x5, 2x4, 5x6, whatever you got. If you can hear me, if you're fine. I know. 2 live streams one day was dogs and cats sleeping together, mass hysteria. I get it. What's up? Can you hear me? There we go. Michael G with the 5x5. Chewbacca, what's going on? Chewbacca just shush and go get something waxed or something. I think that what you're supposed to be doing. Go milk for my moderator so she can be on here doing her thing. Yeah, that's right. Get up there. Get them titties on them cows. All right. What are we talking about in this one? What is this one about? Oh, yeah, this is why the U.S. has no choice but to back Israel. Now, it doesn't matter where you stand, whether you're on one side or the other. Let me turn this quiet for right now and do not disturb. It doesn't matter. Okay, so you see, I'm done milking, just feeding all the calves and have to hike home. Okay, so you're at one end of the property, he's at the other end of the property. See, but anyway, I'm gonna smoke the cigarette too. I don't really care which side you're on, whether you're pro-Palestinian, whether you're pro-Israeli. I'm pro-warlord around here, and I'll tell you what. Netanyahu is a warlord. He is, and you had some guys on the Hamas side that are trying to be warlords, trying to do their thing, but when it comes to creating warlords over the success of warlords over the last 50 years, Israel's got it hands down. They're swift and efficient, but we'll get into that here shortly. Why does the U.S. have to support them? Well, let's take a look at basic Israeli policy. All right. Any Jewish person born anywhere in the world has birthright citizenship in Israel. So by proxy, if you're born in America to a Jewish mother and father, you're a citizen of Israel. Canada. Excuse me, 1 second. All right, I'm back. I shut the door. Didn't want to hear people out there yelling back and forth. So anywhere you're at, you get it. If you're born, you're a citizen. All right. So with that being said, let's take a look at some numbers real quick. Right now, 10% of the U.S. Senate Israeli, 7% of Congress, all right, a total of 7% of the House, the Secretary of State right now, Secretary of Treasury, 2 current Supreme Court justices, all, and that's just a couple people, it's just a few people, have birthright citizenship in Israel. So when your government leans that way, well, that's how you kind of go. Right now, there are 7.1 million Jews in Israel. All right. There are 7.6 million of them here. That's a big chunk of population, a lot of people. That's a lot of money going around. The average national GDP of the Jewish community just in the United States is right around $10 billion. All right. That's just the Jewish community. There are 162 Jewish billionaires. Yeah. So you don't want to buck the system. You don't want to go against the money. Let's look at companies in this country that are Jewish owned. Just some predominant ones: Baskin Robbins, Ben & Jerry's, Dunkin' Donuts, Estee Lauder, Facebook, Google, Haagen-Dazs, Hasbro, H&R Block, Lane Bryant, Goldman Sachs, Oracle, Snapple, Starbucks, Toys R Us, Warner Brothers, DreamWorks, Slim Fast, Calvin Klein, and Dell Computers, just to name a few. So when you have all of that in your country, in your government, you're pretty much, your hands are tied as to what side you're going to back. That's why, everybody's like, well, I don't know if the U.S. will back Israel. And say, oh, you bet your sweet ass they will. You bet. You bet. If we got to say, we got Green Berets and Navy SEALs on the ground right now. All right. Yeah, sounds like I'm rapping, huh? Uh-oh, offline. Come back on. Am I still here? Do I still have a live? I'm not saying I'm saying good things. Come on, Google, Facebook. Don't be kicking it. All right. Yeah, it came across my stream disrupted. I'm saying good things about the Jewish community here, you moderators, the YouTuber ones, not mine. The YouTube ones. Good thing. That's power. You got to realize at the end of World War II, the Jewish community as a whole, they have a phrase, never again. All right. If you don't know what that never again is about, Auschwitz, 6 million getting wiped out in Europe. Yeah, never again. And so what they did was they're brilliant. They're brilliant. They came down. They were allowed to come down into the British government, allowed them to come down into Palestine. All right, invite them. In fact, in 1930s, there was only a little over 380,000 Jewish people in Israel. Right, and there were just under 1 million Palestinian Arabs in what is now Israel. Back then it was called Palestine. All right. And then in 1948, right after the World War II was done, the British just said, here, you can have it to the Jewish people that they had invited in to save them from the Holocaust. And then something weird happened. All right. You're not going to hear this anywhere else. In 1948, all right, 1930, there was 300,000 Jewish people in Palestine. 1948, when they took over, there was 1.9 million, but the Palestinian population had somehow dropped from 1 million to 200,000, like 239,000. How the hell does that happen? And that's when people talk about replacement theory. That's a good one. It's a good example because now there are 7.1 million in Israel, as we discussed, and only 2 million. The birth rate started coming back up slowly. But for some reason, the local Palestinian birth rate, once the Jewish refugees took control of the government, Palestinian birth rate just dropped. It was wild. Don't know what caused that. But here's another prime reason, and I think this is the biggest reason why the U.S. has no choice but to back Israel. They can't say anything against Israel. They can't say, hey, you shouldn't be seizing more of Gaza or, embargoing these people. You can't seize the West Bank, because if they did, they would set a precedent. All right. If they said, hey, you can't keep taking these people, you got to give some of that land back, you would have every Native American in this country saying, hey, we want our land back too. You did the same thing that Israel is doing now 150 years ago. We want our shit back. And then, what would happen? You go out into the international court and all these other things and try to drag this stuff out? No. So we cannot, unless we're willing as a whole to give back everything from, Plymouth Rock to California. We can't object to what Israel's doing, because Israel's doing the exact same thing that we did. They shot themselves into the heartland of the country, divided the population, pushed them into reservations, and made their populations drop. All right. And it's like you're going to be governed by us or else. And now, of course, us, here they have tribal councils, and over there they have Hamas. Okay. And I know some people, to hell with both sides, fix America. Well, that's not going to happen. But I know some people are going to be like, oh, well, this and that atrocities happen in war. It happens. How long ago was it that old Sleepy Joe Hellfire missiled a van full of kids? I mean, it happens. But what I want you to implore you to do is your own research. Always do your own research. I've had so many people over the past couple of days talk about, oh, well, Hamas is doing this and raping and murdering kids and this and that. I'll give you some facts, and you can go look them up on your own. On your own. Atrocities, Hamas, babies killed, unconfirmed. That's from an Israeli official. It's unconfirmed. Another statement regarding the babies killed, it was retracted by the Israeli government. The Israeli government has confirmed no one has seen any footage of Hamas actually killing babies. So rumors spread. That's what they do on both sides. Soldiers. It has been confirmed that soldiers have been decapitated by Hamas. Chat disconnected. Are we back? Do we still have a... Let's see, they don't like this. They do not. Some people do not like this in the big ether. IDF says it cannot confirm that Hamas has been raping anybody. All right. And then let's look at some facts. Music festival. I heard it right off the rip. Damn, they're killing kids at a music festival. What's a kid? Because at that music festival, that was the what's the name of it? Supernova Festival. He had to be an adult. Had to be a legal adult to go there. All right. Party in the middle of the desert, middle of the night, alcohol, booze, drugs. You had to be an adult to get in there. These weren't 13-year-old, 15-year-olds. They were 18 and above. So because they are 18 and above, under Israeli law, they are soldiers because every person over the age of 18, once they turn 18, has to be a member of the Israeli Defense Force. So how they spin words. Oh, they were attacking civilians. Well, veterans, we'll go with that. They were attacking veterans. They were attacking off-duty military personnel. Okay, copy that. But watch how people spin stuff. And common sense, when you're trying to protect yourself, all right, don't have a music festival with a Buddha statue and pagan god in Dearborn, Michigan, okay? Dearborn in this country is the largest Islamic population in the country. And if you try to have a pagan music festival in the middle of Dearborn, Michigan, I promise you it's probably going to end bad one way or another. So let's see. Let me hop in the thread here. Aren't all Israelis? You didn't finish, Jack Burton. Let's see. Yeah. Or were you going to say pagans? Is that what you were saying, Jack? Give me a thumbs up, a thumb down. I don't know. It all depends on your view, and actually, you should go by people's actions and what they're actually doing. But I just wanted to point out some of those facts of why we have to support Israel, because if not, well, next thing you know, we've got the Cherokee, the Chippewa, the Sioux, the Blackfoot, every other tribe wanting their land back. If we even start to say that Israel's wrong for doing what they've been doing, and people will say, well, but Hamas attacks people. No, I mean, the Cherokee scalped people. Look, the Cherokee, the natives were savages. We gotta crush them, men, women, and kids alike, because they're savages. Well, maybe they was that way because we were assholes. I don't know. Might have something to do with it. You can only push people so far. You try to starve my kids. You keep kicking my people off of my property, our land, and try to starve my kids. And I'm probably going to retaliate, and I don't care if your kids get in the way. All right? Just saying. Hell, I'm a savage. What's your point? Exactly, Joe Morgan. But yeah, shit happens in war. I mean, are the Jewish people in Israel, is Israel right for doing what they're doing? No. Most of the international community says no. But as being effective warlords, hell yeah, they're kicking ass. That's what they're good at it. They're good at assassinations and shit because they do that all the time too. Everybody knows Mossad perfected the motorcycle pull up beside, put a bomb in your car, machine gun you down assassination technique. Most everybody knows that, at least in my circles. And when we give Israel $50 billion a year, that's just, hey cousin, you got a couple bucks I can borrow. Yeah, shit like that. It's a way to come on, look at how much money we're pumping into Ukraine. All right, it comes back to the United States. Trust me. in one way, shape, or form, we can get shit done. But is it right? I mean, that's talk for another day. I just want to let y'all know why why our government has to support what's going on in Israel or Palestine, depending on how you want to look at it. Because I mean, whose land is it? 60 years, 70 years ago with somebody else's, nothing, but whatever. I don't care. It doesn't really directly affect me. I don't care who wins, who loses. But if you have a moral point, then you can't be on the side of Israel. I mean, no, not morally. That's insane. It defies logic and reasoning. But as far as, should the strong survive? Fuck it. Yeah, go Israel. All right, I'm out.